In this video, I'm going to show you one of Menifee's hottest communities that is brand new. Just had the grand opening last week, where you got lakefront living, you got a pool, a clubhouse, a spa, walking trails, a park on the lake, and not to mention really great location. What's going on, guys, and welcome to Somewhere in SoCal. My name is Mike Devlak, and on this channel I show you guys what it's like to live somewhere in SoCal. In today's video, I am back in the brand new community of Nautical Cove by KB Homes. All right, if you've been around for a little bit, you saw last week I toured Gatsby, which is their kind of higher end collection in this community. Today I'm touring Amelia, which is more of their lower end. We're gonna get homes starting under $600,000. All right, and you're gonna have this great access to this private community lake that you have access to in this community. So what we're gonna do today is I'm gonna tour these 3 model homes that they've got right here. Now, they do have 5 floor plans on this side of the community. They got 5 on that side of the community for the Gatsby collection. So 10 floor plans in total. All right, but today we're looking at the Amelia series, which, all right, just kind of tell you the difference between the two. It's more of a lower price point. All right, these homes are not going to be backed up to the lake, which for those of you who are kind of worried about privacy and people peeping into your backyard when they walk around the lake, all right, this might be, you know, a better option for you. So we got homes, like I said, starting in the high 500s right here behind me, the single story, all right, all the way up to this big one down here. We're going to start in the high 600s. So 5 floor plans. We're going to tour the 3 they got modeled here. I'm going to hop on a map and show you guys what it's like to live here. We'll go over school, shopping, medical care, things to do, all that sort of stuff. All right, but let me tell you a little bit about things to do. All right, the elementary school is right there. There's a park above that. All right, we go straight down this road right here. We're like minutes away from the main shopping center in Menifee. We got Target, Lowe's, dozens of restaurants and fast food options. All right, so there's tons and tons. So make sure, all right, you want to see what it's like to live here, stay around for that map video. All right, the other thing, if you want to see the other collection of homes and you weren't here to see that last week, I will link to that at the end of this video. So stick around. I'll put a link to that so where you can see that community over there, Gatsby, which I filmed last week. So if at any point throughout this video you like what you see, you want to come out and tour some homes, all right, or you just want to talk to me and get to know me and kind of learn the process, all right, make sure you go ahead and reach out. My phone number is gonna be on the screen, whether you want to come out today, tomorrow, next week, next month, whenever. I would love to be your local guide to the area and help you find your somewhere in SoCal, whether it's here or somewhere else. All right, that's the biggest thing, or somewhere else. All right, just because you don't like maybe this community, all right, that doesn't matter. All right, a lot of times people come out here and they'll say, hey Mike, I want to see whatever community. I get to ask you a couple questions, get to know you, and I have 3 or 4 more recommendations for you. So I think it's very imperative, if you're truly serious about moving out to this area and you want to kind of see what it's like, I am your resource. That's why I do these videos. All right, I don't work for these builders, I work for you. So I go to all the builders. I got, guys, I'm not to be super cocky, but like, I'm like the go-to person in this area for new builds. All right, I've done hundreds of these videos. All right, helped hundreds of you guys find houses and move out to this area. So let me be your resource. Come ask me questions. I've got the answers, and I could, really guide you guys to find the best fit as far as community and home and all that sort of stuff. All right, the other thing before we hop into these houses, all right, this is a show I post every single Saturday at 8 a.m. So if you like the sort of stuff from between new houses, new communities, showing you what it's like to live somewhere in SoCal, if you like the stuff, do the stuff, like, subscribe, tap that notification bell. That way you stay up to date on everything going on in this local area. Anyways, we're gonna head down to this big house down here and get this tour started. All right, so we're gonna start things off with the biggest model home on this side of the community. This right here is Plan 2543. It is 2,543 square feet. We're gonna have 4 beds, 3.5 bathrooms. You have the option for a covered patio, and this one right here starts at $674,000. All right, let's walk on up and kind of see this thing. It's this nice exterior. It looks really cool with clouds today. I ordered those specifically for this video. And just walk on up to this one. You got a nice little walkway as we go on up. This little stone pillar thingy. And all right. So we have this nice staircase right as we walk in. Good open little walkway there. Nice entryway table, but first let me just turn to the left and show you what we're working with over here. So we got the garage access, that's gonna be right here, so off limits for now. We got our coat closet right at the front of the house right here. And then you got a little powder room. I always like I'm gonna go in the mirror and talk to you guys. I like these little powder room things because you got the garage access right there. So if you're like me and you got kiddos who have to like go to the bathroom, like when we have like a long road trip, it's cool when you come straight in, and whether it's the front door or the garage, you got access to the bathroom right here. So you get this powder room right as we enter right there. I'll walk in and see the rest of the downstairs. I really like this kind of entryway table in the mirrors. Really opens up the space, and nice way to decorate these big naked walls. And the same thing over here, this nice little bench to just chill. Nice decoration there. Keep on walking back here. And we got a really nice downstairs living area. I really like the way they've decorated this thing. So you got your kitchen right here with this nice island. They got 3 chairs. You could probably squeeze a 4th in, if I'm being real with you guys. And you get this nice little, I'm totally jacking it up. At Pulte is super easy, okay. At Pulte you press the button and pops up here, you just pull this little trigger out and you got that. Let me do this again, holy smokes. Okay. Not as user-friendly as I was expecting. I locked it in, there we go, I locked it in. Anyway, the nice upgraded faucet right there and sink. Dishwasher, so it's a nice feel to this downstairs area. Spin around, show you kind of the darker cabinets with the dark finishes. All right, this community is going to be all electric, so if that's a deal breaker for you, all right, nothing I can really do. I can offer some communities that are still gas for now, but California is trending towards electric, so it is what it is. You got the nice extended backsplash here with the underlighting there on the cabinets. Here, let's show you the pantry. Oh, okay. All right. So I was worried that I was gonna open this door and just be one of those ones to talk smack about, where it's like just right here and there's shelves. So I like that they're utilizing the space under the stairs right here. So decent amount of space here in this pantry, lots of shelves and space and stuff in here for you. We got our living room area right here. Once again, area rug to accentuate things. Area rugs are a thing. Get on board. There's a nice feel to this right here, and then we got our kind of designated dining area right here. Those sliders. I'll give you a feel. I know I posted the picture at some point in this video, but just so you can kind of see what's coming here with the lake and everything. All right, got a slider going out to the back. So we got a pretty decent sized lot. Now again, you're just gonna have a little cement block at the back of the slider here. The rest of it's gonna be all dirt. I just want to show you guys this for inspiration. You guys get a blank canvas to work with. All right, but I'm going to show you that. Just one little sidewalk block there, and then the rest is all dirt. But just want to show you what to work with. Give you some inspiration. All right, and then it looks like we have a bedroom back here right off of the kitchen area. So there's a bedroom down here, kind of like a secondary bedroom. I'm going to guess it has. I'm just guessing. I haven't seen it yet. I'm going to guess it has a suite, an ensuite with it, but decent sized room here. Got the window looking out to the backyard. Was I right? I was right. Look at that. I didn't even cheat with the floor plan. So anyways, all right, I'm excited for myself. All right, so there's a little like landing cabinet area in this bedroom. They got a little coffee station for this person. All right, it's got the whole little suite set up. All right, you got the bathroom here for this person. The dark trim, loving that. So you got the walk-in shower. With the sliding glass doors, you have to like lift your foot up and over. I know for some people who are mobility challenged, I'm not, I don't know what the word is. All right, older people who can't lift their legs aside. That's what I'm trying to say. All right, like this shower setup. All right, or need the shower setup, I should say. That's nice. There matches the kitchen, and then you got like a little pop-in, walk-in closet right here with a decent amount of space. All right. So ooh, that is cool. Some things catch my eye. I'll show you guys. Oh, those lights too. I was talking about the little like wooden thing. Anyways, all right, cool. Let's go on and head upstairs. All right, so up the stairs. I really love the open handrail here. Now I'm gonna guess and assume that this is an upgrade. I normally see that pony wall, but money well spent in my opinion. So you get the open handrails and a couple landings as you go, not a straight shot, so it kind of wraps around. And it's cool because these people up here aren't people hanging out, they can kind of just look down. And I know my kids would be nosy with people coming in the house and they peek in. We were probably all like that. You peek here and lay down and you put your head through the little rails like you're in jail, look down and see who's coming over when the doorbell rings. Anyways, all right, we get to the top up here. Got a couple of them. I guess I'll show you the loft first. So you got a loft up here, the top, which is nice to have. But I'm gonna go across the way and kind of show you the laundry room, which is freaking ginormous. Whoa. All right, lots going on here. So you got the washer dryer hookups. Remember, all electric, so you need an electric dryer. You have a utility sink in here. Now that is an upgrade. All right, just you normally think like a little rack up there, rack and rod. So the floating cabinets and the utility sink are upgrades, but super nice touches in this ginormous laundry room. Upgraded flooring as well. A laundry room big enough for like a, I don't know what you call it, like a workstation. Super cool. So if you're someone who has like an Etsy business or something, you got a little spot to do that here, or maybe you set up a little thing for like a dog down there. I've seen some of the models set up that way. Then we got this closet here, linen closet. This might be my favorite laundry room that I've seen at, shoot, the hundreds of model homes I've walked through. I really like this setup. Anyway, so that's kind of by itself off to the side. When you come up the stairs, we got this nice loft area. Kind of set up like a music loft. Rock and roll. So you got the L-shaped couch in the corner. Yeah, nice setup here. Walk this way. All right, totally. I'm gonna guess to the right is gonna be the master. Let's go to the left. A hallway with a bunch of rooms. A couple rooms. All right, so we got bedroom number 2 right here. This is a really good sized room. I don't know if it's a really good sized room, it feels like it is, or it's just the setup here with that kind of bed in the corner. I think this is just a really cool setup here. So bed in the corner there. All right, we do have the 8-foot ceilings in this right here. I'm gonna guess you could probably get 9 if you wanted to pay for it. So this is a really, I like this setup. You got the 2 windows looking out the front. And then you got the walk-in closet for the secondary bedroom, and it looks like it has a window. Window looking out to the front. I think sometimes those windows are dependent upon the elevation you get. And then real quick, I wanted to point this out. All right, see, mentally take a note of this thing right here, this little box, because there's like an Instagram hack where you get one of these things and you put it in your closet for the master bedroom with the walk-in closet. My wife and I did this in our closet right now. It looks so nice. Anyways, so we'll walk over here. We got our next bathroom. So you have the dual sinks right here. You get the nice little backsplash there. Good sized mirror. Got your shower tip combo. Still got the dark finishes in here. And then we got our next bedroom. Bedroom 3, I believe. Nightstands on each side. Just kind of feels like a standard sized room. I don't know if the camera is doing any justice to it. I'll show you a window in the corner there. And then you got another walk-in closet. You could probably throw a TV up on the wall over here or something. So another little walk-in pop-in closet for this person. All right, now we're gonna walk all the way across and check out that master. So walk this nice hallway, kind of right behind the little loft wall there, and boom. Really good sized master bedroom here. Love that blue accent wall right there. Windows on each side. So you can sit here and read. I don't know if it's very manly to do that, but that's what I would do. Sit there and sunbathe and read right there in that little reading nook thing. So really good sized big room. So we'll go to the bathroom in a second, but we do have our walk-in closet kind of off of the bedroom versus on the other side of the bathroom. Look how long this is. So lots of space here, the racks and the rods and everything. But yeah, really lots of space in here to hang stuff. Walk across and go to, oh, see, you got enough room for like a seating area here. So big. Anyways, all right, then we got our master bathroom here with the dark cabinets again. I really like this backsplash. Oh, that is super cool. That is really, really cool. It's my favorite one I've seen. Kind of looks a little bit distressed too. A nice big mirror. And then we got our walk-in shower, the sliding glass doors, the black trim. All right, sometimes KB, the master, does the thing where they have like the tub and this. I'm not a big fan of that. This is kind of cool. My preference is to have like a separate soaking tub and the walk-in shower, which I'm guessing you can do here and get rid of this closet. Alright, so linen closet, yeah, just another linen closet. So lots of different storage options here. And then we got our handy dandy throne area. Alright, anyways, alright, that's gonna wrap that's gonna wrap this house up. This right here was Plan 2543. It's 2,543 square feet. We got 4 beds, 3.5 baths. You got a 2-car garage. This one right here starts at $674,000. Next up, we're gonna head into Plan 2195. This one's 2,195 square feet. We're gonna have 4 beds, 2 bathrooms, and this one starts at $642,000. All right. The one thing I really like about this one is from the outside. Like, number one, just this elevation. I really like this brick that they got out here with different color combinations. But as you see as we walk up here, this little patio thing they got is super cool. Now, I don't know if this is like standard, but I really like what they did out here with this outdoor seating area in the front, especially like if you're gonna have like that lake style living. I'm thinking maybe they did that because of the model, and it looks like there's probably no house there. There's like a water runoff thing. So this person, they're gonna have a lake views right here, which is super cool. So maybe you want to eventually buy this model. It knows it's staring at me. So weird. All right, as we'll walk on up, get these nice little pillars here. So here we go. Head on into this one. All right. One thing I'll note here is the kind of tile flooring here. So just an example of what's available at the design center. This house is a little more echoey. Here. I don't like what they did here. So there's a turning area. I guess we'll do it. All right, so we'll turn here. Nice little hallway. And we've got bathroom. All right, it's got bathroom number 1 right here. Nice countertops, little tan cabinets. We got the gold finishes too, point that out. It's a nice big mirror. Toilet, shower tub combo. The basic normal stuff. All right, and then over here, all right, this is like the center. Like you can walk around this whole thing. You could do laps around. If you have little kids, I know they're gonna do laps around this thing because that's what mine would do. We'll get to the rest of the house later. All right, I just want to show you that. Show you that. Wow. All right, so come on into this bedroom right here. So we got our first bedroom. We got this one set up as a nursery. These nurseries always look humongous in person and on camera. I'm gonna say it's probably just a normal size secondary bedroom, but who knows? Got a nice window looking out the side. You got your sliding window closet doors. That's probably where the TV would go if this isn't a nursery. All right, we'll kind of turn down this hallway more. And we've got our laundry room right here. The Whirlpool appliances there. You got that kind of standard rack or shelf there. And then you do have a space over here, right, to put some shelving if you wanted to. And there's a piece of furniture there. Anywho, all right, across the way over here, what do we got? Oh, all right, we had this at last week's one too. So you got this like coat closet thingy and some extra shelves over here. So nice little use of space there. All right, and then we got, okay, so this is the garage access. This is unique. I'm not used to having the garage access like tucked away in the back corner. All right, I guess this is the front corner, right? But you got garage access there, and you got a couple more bedrooms up here. So we got bedroom number 2. You want to monkey around, they got a little wildlife thing. Got some monkeys on that top bunk. All right, but this is a great use of space here. This feels really big. And to think like 2 people would be staying in this. So you got the little animal theme there. Now this is the window that looks out to the front. All right, so I know, hey, that's just the dad in me. I know some people care about that stuff. Where if you're thinking about having a kid stay in like one of these rooms, like maybe you don't want them to have that window that's like right up the porch. So just looking out for you guys because I know some of you guys care. All right, so you got the animals there. I like that. That's a cool painting. That gorilla. All right, you got the bunk bed here. Like that, and then you got a walk-in closet for a secondary bedroom. This feels like, normally on some of these I'll say, oh, it's a pop-in walk-in closet. Like this is actually kind of like a walk-in closet. A little bit bigger than some of those other ones that I talk about. All right, there's a little panda bear there. That's the garage access. Ooh, little doggy. All right, another bedroom here. A country western theme. There we go. So a decent sized room here. You got the nightstands on each side of the bed. Bed's not the biggest for the model home, but you see there's still space on this side and a good amount of space on that side. So you can fit a bigger bed in and not make it a little tiny. Little bench at the foot of the bed. Nice big window right there looking out to the front of the house. Right here. Living closet doors. Tractor art there. So give you a little feel for this thingy. Okay, we're gonna walk on down. I'm gonna skip this part, right? Just know that it all connects. I'm gonna go back this way because we had the option here. All right, so this is basically the front door, and I turned to right here. Now I'm gonna go straight. All right, so got this nice little table, or not table, whatever that thingy is. All right, your entryway. That's the mirror and the stuff. Or we'll walk on in here to the great room, and boom. All right, this is how most of your guests would probably visit your house and get this amazing view. Guys, just look at this. There's immediately just that big old window there, the slider. There's tons of natural light. You got a ginormous kitchen island here. Holy smokes, that is big. That seats, they got 4 here. You could honestly, depending on the style of seats, maybe get a 5th. You get that light hanging down. So really nice. I love the countertops they selected on this one. Got the gold finishes. Wow, yes. But just a really great open living area down here. Right, you got this extended backsplash right here. Looks nice. The underlighting on the cabinets. Really, really, like, for being a single story house, this is a great open living area. You got the fridge over there, your little coffee station. I'll show you guys what the back of that looks like. Dishwasher there. So, super nice open feel to this. All right. Over here you got a nice walk-in pantry. Lots of shelf space there, like that. Like I mentioned, the coffee station here. We got our designated dining area. A little way to decorate the wall there. And then boom. Guys, this feels like a really big living room area. So in recent videos, I've seen some living rooms that feel smaller. This feels really, really big. I mean, honestly, you could probably even slide this back a little bit. I don't know. And then they decorated that little wall with this piece right there. I don't know who this person's talking to. That's the person who got asked out on sitting at the island, I think. Or in this group over here. I guess you can, it's a rotating chair. You can put it wherever you want. All right, anyways, let's go ahead and see the backyard now. All right, so this one is gonna be a little bit smaller. All right, but you just wanna keep in mind, you do have the option to put covered patios out here. All right, with KB, after the fact, but I think this is kind of, the way they kind of did this with the space they had, you're kind of limited to the other houses that we'll see today. You normally get the one sidewalk block, the rest is all dirt, but just want to show you guys the inspiration. And I guess I'll touch on something else too since I'm out here. All right, you're gonna get this like block type wall on the perimeters of things. All right, but throughout the community, you're gonna have vinyl fencing typically. So on the sides of the house, you have the vinyl fencing. And if you're in the middle of the community, let me see the map here. If you're in the middle of the community, I'm gonna imagine that vinyl fencing is gonna be on the back wall too. Right, if you're on the outskirts, you got that block wall. Anywho, all right, let's go in the side over here. All right, so there's like the rest of the house that we saw earlier with all the bedrooms and stuff down the hallway. All right, then over here we have the master suite. All right, but first we got a little linen closet right here. So when people want to get cozy and watch Netflix and movies and stuff, all the blankets and stuff could be right here. All right, we'll enter the master bedroom. Really good sight. Guys, that bed looks so fluffy. Oh my gosh, I want to jump on it. No, that's the one. Yeah, I want to jump on that for sure. Your little benches or stools at the foot of the bed. You got your little thingies. Guys, this is what I would do. Like, I'm an early riser. My wife sleeps in. Like, but I bring her coffee every morning, so she'd be sitting here chilling, drinking her coffee, and I'd be over there because I'm awake. I'm an early bird. So I'm awake. I'm sitting there drinking my energy drink. She's there drinking her coffee. All right, it's a cool little setup here. Anyways, 2 windows, looking out the back, lots of natural light. God, this is a big bed, so comfy. All right, good spot for the TV there. You got the dresser below that. And you're kind of just tucked away at the back of the house, which is cool. Ooh, this smells good in here. Whatever they put in here smells really good. All right, you got the master bathroom here. You got the dual sinks. All right, you are going to share And this is literally how mine and my wife's bathroom is set up. We have his and her sinks. Each of us got like our own little cabinet underneath and 3 drawers to share. All right, it's not the best, but make it work. All right, they do have the nice backsplash here, countertops. I'll turn this around. You see right here, you got the soaking tub, the walk-in shower. Now a lot of the other houses that you saw the one before this one, all right, the next one we're gonna see, you see just that one shower with a linen closet. So this is kind of that other option where you get the soaking tub and the walk-in shower here. Anyway, so there you go there. We've got our throne area right here. And then right over here, we got our walk-in closet. I'll kind of just stand in the doorway and kind of show you what we're working with. All right, pretty good amount of space here. All right, it's gonna be about 2,200 square feet for this one. So a decent sized closet for this master bedroom. Anyways, that's gonna wrap this house up. This right here was planned 2,195. It is 2,195 square feet. We've got 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, and this one right here starts at $642,000. All right, so we're gonna wrap this video up with their smallest plan in this whole community, which they've got modeled here behind me. So this right here is gonna be plan 1539. It is 1,539 square feet. We have 3 beds, 2 bathrooms, and this one right here starts at $587,000. We got a nice little taste of this one from the outside. We got the Spanish style exterior. Now this is currently the sales office, all right, for the Amelia side of the community here. So this will be a 2-car garage. But for now, it's a sales office. Go in there, say hi to Christina, say Mike sent you if you ever come without me. Anyways, we'll walk on up to this one. Nice blue door there. Tall door. Just walking in and boom. All right, so I like that kind of straight shot back there to look out the backyard to that big window in the living room. So this will be our garage access right here. This goes to the sales office for now. But let's turn right to begin with. Got a lot of stuff going on at the front of the house over here. All right, so we got bedroom 1 here. Nice tall ceilings in here. All right, pretty decent sized room. Kind of feels a little bit narrow, but long, if that makes sense. With the window looking out to the front of the house there. Let's go a cool picture of the dog. Dog golfing. Middle of the golf from here, so don't know where the TV would go here unless you put it on that wall and like did different orientation here. Anyways, you got the sliding wooden closet doors there. Decent sized secondary bedroom. All right, next to that, we're gonna have a linen closet right here. And we got bathroom number 1. The 1 sink here. Nice big mirror. Oh, that's a cool little thing. My mom loves giraffes. That's cool little artwork giraffe there. Toilet, and then the shower tub combo right here. And then off of that, we're gonna have another bedroom. So bedroom number 2. This one feels a little bit bigger. Bigger here, nice window looking off the side of the house. Oh, that's kind of cool, those old desks. I like the inspiration, and kind of what some of these design people do, just to give you guys an idea of what's possible. Some people aren't as creative, so it's nice to have these little ideas that you can use. Pause it there, and put some like artwork on this one. Oh, that's kind of cool. I didn't show you guys that. It's kind of a cool little thing to put at the bottom down there. I'll walk on to the main part. So there's the garage access here. And then we got our laundry room, kind of right behind here. So that's kind of the standard way it comes with like a shelf like that. Your washer dryer here. All right into the house there, which is kind of standard. Got a coat closet. Right here, just decorating this big naked wall. And there's some, I keep going to like the main part of the house and then another spot. Okay, so this is gonna be the pantry. All right, so we'll get the kitchen in a second, but all right. Not the biggest pantry, but for their smallest floor plan, all right, maybe they're only expecting 2 or 3 people to live here, maybe 4. Here's kind of the open living area here. You got the great room, dining area, kitchen. Now this is kind of representative of what a basic house comes. A lot of these models have like upgraded stuff, right? So this is one of the more basic or standard countertops. And then I'm gonna assume that the cabinets are a standard option as well. KB usually does this in one of their models where they have kind of an example of what's standard. Now what's never standard is gonna be the flooring, right? The flooring will be like an upgrade for most of the parts. And then the carpet, where there's carpet, they use better carpet than normal because these are model homes, and by the time they're sold, thousands of people have walked through them, so they gotta have some durable carpet. Anyways, all right, so kitchen here, all the stuff. You see it's not no extended backsplash either, but it's kind of standard. Got your sink off to the side of it. Here's what a standard sink looks like. Dishwasher there. And then you do have no sink in the countertop here in the island, so I like that for hosting, right? Because you got people here hanging around the island, you got people over there. I'm gonna say watching a football game because it's getting to football time. We're getting close to Thanksgiving and Christmas too, so you host your holiday parties and get a nice setup here. You got your designated dining area. I like this little like wood piece that we got going too. Decorations there. We got our living room. Nice big window there. Looking into the backyard, and then you get the obviously the slider here. And they've got through here, I think you could totally fit 4 on this one. And you can even get some wiring done to put like pen lights that'll hang down. But yeah, living room there, and then the master's gonna be in there. We'll check that out in a second. But I really like how big that window is and all the light coming through. Here, we got our backyard. All right, there's some big lots in this community, guys. Like for single story, this is, I mean, pretty good sized lot. I know there's gonna have up to like, I think 12,000 square foot lots is the biggest they'll have here. I think the average is like 7,000 or 8,000, which is a really good size. So just for inspiration here. Let's go see that master bedroom. And off in the corner, got some privacy. Nice little entryway decorations here. You could probably even do something kind of cool on this wall too. You won't make it too busy to do like both things, but let your minds go, run wild. Right, so here's the master bedroom. Decent size here. You got obviously the big bed and then the nightstands or dressers on each side of that. Got 2 windows looking out to the backyard. Just walk into this corner and kind of give you guys a little taste here. So throw your TV there, above a dresser or entertainment center. And then we've got our master bathroom. So got the walk-in shower right here, the sliding glass doors. You got those little benches in there. I'm gonna have the dual sinks right here. So each person's got their own little drawers and share the main cabinet underneath. You got a throne area right here. Linen closet. Off of that, once again, I'm assuming you can do a shower tub, like a soaking tub, walk-in shower type of thing, and use some closet here. Just an assumption. Don't quote me on that. All right, and then we get into our walk-in closet here. Kind of give you guys the feel for this. So decent amount of space there. So that wraps this house up. Again, this is their smallest floor. Whoopsies. This is their smallest floor plan in this whole community. So in the whole Nautical Cove community, this is the smallest one. It is planned 1,539. It's 1,539 square feet. We got 3 beds, 2 bathrooms, and this one starts at $587,000. All right, guys, so next up, I'm gonna do what I always do. I'm gonna hop on the map and show you guys what it's like to actually live here. Go over schools, shopping, medical care, things to do, all that sort of stuff. But truthfully, I just filmed this exact community, the other collection last week. So what I'm gonna do is basically just replay that video because the school, shopping, medical care, all that sort of stuff is exactly the same, hasn't changed in a week. So it'll be me, which whatever I wore last week. All right, but before I go ahead and do that, just want to remind you guys that if you're someone who needs to sell a house in order to buy a house, I can help you out there too. No matter where you are in Southern California, I've got listings actually closing this week with you guys. One in La Puente, got one in Moreno Valley. I've done some down in San Diego, Orange County. So no matter where you are in Southern California, if you need to sell a house in order to buy another house, I can help you out there. So just let me know. Anyways, let's go ahead and dive into that. Map video. Alrighty, so where the heck are we? So KV home, Gatsby at Nautical Cove. You see right here, we're kind of on the, I don't know, the southeastern side of Menifee. Really good location here. Kind of borders up to French Valley and to Winchester as well. All right, so this community here where KB is in Winchester. So we're kind of right on the border here of these two areas, but we're in a prime spot. All right, so as I zoom in here, you'll see we're right by a very popular resale community called Centennial. All right, some drone shots up here just so you can see it, but we got Centennial here, which is a nice resale community. It has a nice Centennial Park in the center of it, lots of sporting events that go on there. We're close to that. And then you got this Wilderness Lakes, kind of like a campground club type thing. It's gated there. Anyways, so pretty good location here right off Holland Road, which you'll see in a second. It gets you into the main shopping center here. But let's start off by talking about the schools. All right, so we're going to be zoned to South Shore Elementary School, which is super close. It's a 2-minute drive, and that's if you go through the neighborhood here. All right, so super close. Depending where you get your house inside the community, very close drive to South Shore Elementary. Then we've got Bell Mountain Middle School, which is a 4-minute drive. All right, just on the other side, another good community here, Menifee Lakes, another good resale community. This is a gated community with these lakes. So despite this one having, Nautical Cove having the lake, it's not going to be gated and you don't have access to these amenities that the Menifee Lakes community has. All right, but they do have some really cool things that are similar, just a bigger community with pool, weight room, and fitness center, and blah, blah, blah. Anyways, so Bell Mountain Middle School right there. High school, we're zoned to Liberty High School, which is like, this is the one that's brand new, basically, only a couple years old. Great facilities, cool little academic track where you kind of like, it's not your traditional school. They do things a little bit differently. So lots of people want to go to Liberty High School here. So the fact that we're zoned here is just awesome. All right, so 6 minutes to get there. Then for junior college, go Mount San Jacinto, Menifee campus, 6 minutes there. So right now, all the way up to junior college, we're less than 6 minutes of driving to get there. All right, and then I will do a 4-year university. Let's go to Cal State San Marcos. All right, just because some people have recently been asking about 4 years. All right, less than an hour to get to Cal State San Marcos. Alrighty, so as far as schooling goes, oh, I forgot, we got the charter school. We got Santa Rosa Academy. All right, we're up to 7 minutes. All right, so this street here, Holland, is amazing. All right, they actually just built the Holland Bridge to go over the freeway. Before that bridge was there, it would have taken like 20 minutes to get to the school. We had to go all around the world to get there. All right, but they got this nice bridge. They just opened up, I think it was last year, and boom, you're right there. And that's going to give us some easy access into the shopping center here as well. So as far as schooling goes, everything is really close. All right, but let's talk about shopping now. You know what? I'm not going to talk about shopping right now. I just want to zoom in and quickly highlight 2 things. All right, I already talked about Centennial. There's Centennial Park right here. All right, I just want to talk about like stuff for parks and stuff. Then you got Lago Vista Sports Park, which is right here, another super close park to this community. And then the third one is Wheatfield Park. All right, another big park. So you get 3 parks within like less than 5 minutes here. So just a kind of just goes to show kind of what the city of Menifee has poured into the kids and stuff like that. So youth sports and parks and all kind of stuff are huge out here. So lots of stuff. Alrighty. Anyways, all right. So let's talk about the shopping. All right. So you saw the big shopping center, but that's probably not necessarily where you'd go for your clothes shopping. All right. We're super close to this shopping center over here, which is going to give you your Stater Brothers, McDonald's. There's a Del Taco, a CVS. You got your Starbucks, Mountain Mike's Pizza. They're building some other things in this parking lot as well. All right. But this is kind of a good spot. Then right across the way here, you got Archibald's. It's a drive-through. I like to say it's like a restaurant with a drive-through. So like a restaurant quality food. Think of it like a Red Robin's, but like with a drive-through. So you got restaurant quality food, and they got beers and a bar inside. You see this little picture, all right? But they have a drive-through there. So I personally like going and sitting there. But they, like I said, they do have a drive-through. The drive-through is going to take a little bit longer because it's not pre-made food. All right. So anyways, so you got that. You got the gas station right here. This is one of the more expensive gas stations in the area. They do have a car wash there, like with a monthly membership, which helps out with the prices on the gas. But all right, go to Costco or a different gas station if I'm being real with you. All right, but anyways, you got like all the main stuff right here within a 6-minute drive. And then before we get to the main shopping center, I do want to show you how close we are to this new shopping center in Winchester that's coming. Oh, that's the wrong way. Do Chipotle maybe. Although there's a Chipotle there too. Chipotle. That's the one. All right, so this is the shopping center. So this is a 10 minutes. You probably wouldn't do this one. All right, but anyways, there's a shopping center going up right here in Winchester. Right now, it's just got a couple things like Chipotle, McDonald's, and Panda Express, and dentist office, and there's a gas station going up. But they will have a grocery store here soon. But anyways, let's go back to the main shopping center. We got Target. Type Target in here. All right, so the Target on Pond Road, this is what I like to call the Four Corners, and we are less than 10 minutes here. All right, so once again, just a great location, possibly the best location of a new build community in all of Menifee. All right, this one and Banner Park are probably the top two. All right, anyways, I don't know why I did that. So we got the Four Corners here. I'll start on the top right. You got Raisin Canes. You got all-you-can-eat sushi here with Sapporo. There's a gym here, LA Fitness, Coffee Bean, Blaze Pizza, Jamba Juice. You got Barron's Market. There's an urgent care there. You see Raisin Canes. So that's on the top right. The top left is gonna have Chick-fil-A, Texas Roadhouse, Jersey Mike's, Flame Broiler, Five Guys. Did I say Applebee's? I think there's Applebee's too. So lots of stuff up there on the top left corner. All right, the bottom right, I'll do next. All right, we've got Savage Chef, which is my favorite restaurant in all of Menifee. So this is like an older shopping center to see in the drone shots, but Savage Chef's there, award-winning chefs. These guys do like the Christmas party for the Anaheim Ducks. So that's like the level of award-winning chef that runs this restaurant. There's 2 chefs there. All right, so this is an awesome spot with great food and great drink menu. We've also got Michi Tacos in here, which is another cool like Instagram-y taco spot, which is awesome. Got living spaces here if you can buy some furniture. There's also Jack in the Box, Taco Bell, Subway, Ralph's. There's a Ross in there. There's also a Poke Place. So some cool little spots in there. But the main part of the Four Corners is right here where Target is. So you get the bottom left quadrant. All right, we're gonna have Target, Lowe's, Best Buy, Kohl's, Home Goods. What else do we got? We got an Ulta there. You got Famous Footwear. I think there's a Tilly's as well. Lots of different eating options as well. You got BJ's, In-N-Out, Panera. You've got all kinds of stuff in here. You've got Crumble Cookies. You got Ike's, the sandwich shop over here. You can have Chipotle, Wingstop, Bushfire Grill. There's a sushi spot over here. Breakfast Club in Menifee is a cool little breakfast spot. When we first moved here, that's where we took everyone for breakfast, our little brunch spot. So lots of different options in there, but wait, there's more. All right, across here you got Buffalo Wild Wings, a Pollo Loco, Krispy Kreme, the Habit. You got a sushi and ramen spot over here. Chinese food over here. There's Hawaiian food. I think it's L&L. Or is it Ono? It's Ono. Ono Hawaiian food right there. You got an Aldi. You got Sonic. So lots of different options there. But you keep going down Newport. You got another little spot where you're gonna have Starbucks, Dave's Hot Chicken. There's a Poke Place over here. There's Chronic Tacos. You go further down, you got Olive Garden. You've got, I think, Panera. You've got Luna Grill, Fishbone. You got one of my favorite spots is next to Sprouts. You got Tacos and Tequila. Very Instagram-y, like Mexican food spot. I get the Ursula tacos. They're like an octopus taco, kind of spicy. The drink menu here is good too. They got good chips and salsa. So that's kind of it for what's closed. And when I say that's it, like, guys, that was a lot. Lots of options here in the main hub of Menifee, which was basically less than 10 minutes away. All right, next up I want to talk about Costco. All right, so Costco's gonna be down in Murrieta, about 15 minutes, where there's another massive shopping center. All right, but you got Costco, Farmer Boys, Chick-fil-A, Raisin Canes. A lot of the same stuff that was in the Menifee shopping center up there is down here, but it's by Costco. All right, so if you want to go to Costco, that's there. Let's do the mall. Promenade, Temecula, your more traditional mall with department stores, food court. Basically, whatever you're thinking in your head when you think of a mall, this is it. All right, down in Temecula, just south of where the 15 and 215 freeways meet. All right, 20 to 25 minutes away. You got movie theaters. You got, like I said, food court, department stores. You see Red Robin's. You got some good Korean barbecue. That's actually where I go right here. Deepung Korean barbecue is really good. There's also another Costco down here, but lots of different restaurants. Phil's Barbecue is amazing. You're gonna have movie theaters. You got Dick's Sporting Goods, Round One Bowling and Arcade here, Apple Store, Lululemon, Coach, all kinds of stuff. And listen, this is the spot if you want like the mall vibe. Alrighty, we'll do Old Town Temecula next. All right, these are mom and pop breweries, restaurants. If you're looking for nightlife, this is where it's probably gonna be. So that's like 20 to 25 minutes away as well, right off the freeway down there. Changa, all right, for anyone that wants to gamble, there's also good food there. Golf course, if you want to just stay there, they got the pool and stuff. All right, a little bit less than 30 minutes down to Changa. Then we do have wine country. Let's do Wilson Creek, because that's the most popular one. They got radio ads, so you've probably heard of it. All right, about 25 minutes into wine country, so prime location, as I've said, being here at Nautical Cove. Okay, next up, let's go over hospitals. All right, so if you're a Kaiser person, you got the Kaiser offices in Murrieta, you got medical offices there, they got pharmacy, medical offices. The only thing they don't really have is an emergency room. All right, but we're about 10 minutes away from that. If you're not a Kaiser person, you got Loma Linda, or if you are a Kaiser person and need an emergency room, you got Loma Linda right here, which is like a minute south of the Kaiser offices here. So Loma Linda medical office is about 12 minutes away here, so really close to medical care. If you're someone who's in the medical field looking for work out here, because I got a lot of medical people that are clients of mine that are looking to move out here, tons of medical offices, hospitals within 25 minutes of here. So just know that there's lots of opportunity potentially. I don't know the job market, but just know that there's lots of different medical offices out here. So that's medical care. Next up, let's do, I guess I'll wrap it up with like the airports and all that stuff I normally do. So I use these as points of reference, all right, because just you might not go to ever fly out of San Diego airport, but you know that the gas lamp's right there. All right, so about an hour and 16 minutes to the San Diego airport. So like I said, point of reference, if you're someone that's in the military that's thinking about commuting, I got lots of people that are from San Diego that live in Menifee that commute down that way. So just note that it's possible. All right, but about an hour 15 from the airport down there. Next up, let's do John Wayne in Orange County, because I got lots of people from Orange County that are looking to move too. All right, same deal, about an hour 15, hour 20 to get into Orange County. Over to the John Wayne Airport. Palm Springs next. You'll probably never fly out of Palm Springs. All right, but just know, once again, hour 15 minutes. All right, whether you're going to the resorts, casinos, golf courses, whatever, out that way. All right, just know the airport is about an hour 15 minutes there. Next up, we'll do Ontario. This is the easiest airport to get in and out of. I never flew out of here before I moved out here, but so easy. Hour and 5 minutes there. Normally it's about 50-ish minutes. There's some traffic along the way here. Today you see that. And then last up, we'll do LAX. LAX is a little bit less than 2 hours to get over there, so that is a bit of a drive, but sometimes I got more flight options, or like I said, point of reference, you want to see Dodger games, get to the beach in the South Bay area, where I'm from. All right, anyways, so that is that. We'll wrap this thing up with Disneyland and beaches. All right, so we are about an hour, 15 minutes from Disneyland as well. I'm going to be making a drive there pretty much 4 weekends of the next, well, I guess 5, because we're going to do my son's birthday there. So 5 times between now and the end of middle of January. So about an hour 15 to get over to Disneyland. And the last thing we'll do is the beaches. We got La Jolla Shores Beach. This is more than just the beach. There's some cool little like eateries down by the water down there too. If you're from the South Bay, think of like Redondo Beach, like Riviera Village spot down there, or Manhattan Beach, kind of with some stuff right by the water. So about hour 15 to get there. Oceanside Pier, we're looking at a little bit over an hour, and then the Dana Point for Orange County, hour and 20 to get there. This is taking us through, or take a highway over the mountains in like Elsinore there. And let me just put the Huntington Beach Pier, hour 35, hour 45 to get over there. So it's a little bit longer, but those are just some points of reference for you guys to think about. All right, guys, so that's going to wrap this video up. Again, this was Amelia at Nautical Cove by KB Homes, and they just opened up. They just had the grand opening this past weekend. If you were around last weekend, you saw that I filmed the Gatsby side of the community where there's some bigger houses that are gonna be more lakefront, all right? But the perks on this side of the community with the Amelia collection, all right, they're gonna be a little bit cheaper. The lot premiums are cheaper, all right? If you're someone who is worried about privacy, all right, these houses aren't gonna be backed up to the lake, so you don't have people, peeping into your backyard, so they're a little bit more private than the Gatsby collection is gonna be, and then, most importantly for most people is going to be the affordability. So it's going to be a little bit more affordable than that Gatsby series is going to be across the way, but you still have access to all the same amenities, the walking trails, the lake access, the clubhouse, the parks, all the stuff. And right, we are in a prime location. So I went ahead in this video, showed you guys the 3 models that they've got here. Now keep in mind, they do have 5 floor plans on this side of the community, 5 floor plans on that side. So 10 different floor plans in total in this community, where you're gonna have a private lake that you can walk around, all right? I've lived in a community with a lake, Heritage Lake, a couple miles that way. Guys, it is so therapeutic to just walk around the lake, get your exercise in, throw a podcast in your ears, walk and walk and walk and walk. So aside from that, you're just in a great location here. So the fact that we got brand new build community on a lake with a clubhouse and a pool and a jacuzzi and all that kind of stuff. We're close to parks right here with Centennial. Short drive to the schools, to the shopping. This is just a prime location, and there's tons of people. All right, I know in that video I posted last week, I already got 4 people who are coming to see this community this weekend. So if you want to go ahead and schedule a tour to come see these things, make sure you go ahead and reach out. My phone number is gonna be on the screen right now, whether you want to come out today, tomorrow, next week, next month, whenever. I would love to be your local guide to the area and help you find your somewhere in SoCal, whether it's here or somewhere else. All right, the other thing, this is a show I post every single Saturday at 8 a.m. So if you like the sort of stuff where I'm touring new houses, new communities, showing you guys what it's like to live somewhere in SoCal. If you like the stuff, do the stuff, like, subscribe, tap that notification bell. That way you stay up to date on everything going on in this local area. Anyways, I'm gonna get out of here, all right? If you missed last week's video, I'm gonna put it above this shoulder. So if you wanna see the Gatsby community, click that link and I'll see you in there.